All right, welcome back to Spearhead Leadership's Unlocking Leadership series, the Bachelor Edition. This is part 2. We're going to be discussing the quality leadership examples from the episode that aired on 13 February 2024. So for those who have not seen it yet, spoiler alert, don't watch this video until you've seen the episode so that you're not getting anything spoiled in the process. Don't forget to like and follow and subscribe to all the Spearhead Leadership pages on YouTube, on Instagram at Spearhead Leadership, all that good stuff for more quality leadership content. All right, let's get into it. 2 big key takeaways from this latest episode of The Bachelor that I want to get into that show quality examples of leadership that you can incorporate into your own lives, into your jobs, into your relationships, into your daily habits, whatever. First one, the biggest one, is Joey's overall listening abilities. I touched on it a little bit in the previous part 1 of this series about Joey, making people feel comfortable to be able to open up and be vulnerable. Well, he did that in droves in this episode, and I want to hit this hard again more so. This brings together the effective communication aspect of leadership. It's not just about talking effectively and relaying your message that you want to tell your team or the people in your lives effectively. It's also about listening. In fact, it's probably more important on the listening side than it is about the talking, flapping your gills side. So Joey had to sit down with a lot of the gals in this episode with some one-on-one time. They were dropping some heavy stuff on him. They were talking about their traumas. They were talking about their vulnerabilities. They were opening up to him so that he can see that side of them and to understand who they actually are and why they are as people and doing the things that they do. And Joey handled it beautifully from a leadership perspective. You can tell through his body language, he was attentive. He was giving them great eye contact, looking directly in the eye. He was actively engaged in the conversation. He wasn't just standing there like a statue. He was responding back appropriately to let them know, hey, I hear you. And I'm not just listening to be able to reply, but I'm listening to take it all in and understand and empathize with you. So he did a great job there. He also didn't try to solve their problems. He understood that in those specific moments, they were not looking for problem solvers. They were looking for someone to listen to them and make them feel comfortable and safe opening up and being vulnerable around them. And that's exactly what he did beautifully to all the ladies out there in that episode. That's a tough thing to do in the moment. When one person is opening up to you about their traumas and tough things going on in their lives and issues that they're dealing with, that's tough enough. He had to do it with like 3 or 4 or 5 different gals in this episode alone, and he showed incredible poise, incredible attentiveness, and just an overall quality, effective communication on the leadership side. So that's something that you guys can bring to the table in your own lives, daily habits, in your jobs, whatever, is understanding that the more important part of effective communication is listening appropriately and attentively and not just flapping those gills. So good job on Joey there. The last thing I want to get into is something that I'm going to talk about the positive aspect of this and not specifically call out people on the negative side, because we want to talk about the quality leadership examples in the show and how you can incorporate that into your lives and not so much calling people out for doing things wrong. We want to be constructive and help people learn, grow, and improve here. All the ladies in this episode who maintained their focus on their ultimate mission, their ultimate goal of being on the show to begin with, that is a positive leadership quality and trait that you can incorporate into your lives. They remembered that their mission, if you will, their goal is to win the heart of Joey. And to do that, they're going to worry about themselves. They're going to show the best version of themselves. They're going to be open. They're going to be honest. They're going to be vulnerable. Everything that they're doing in the show, whether it's in public with all the other people around or one-on-one time with Joey, it's all for that ultimate goal of showing Joey who they really truly are as human beings, as women, so that they can fall in love with each other. When you veer off of that, okay, as a leader, as a human being, when you purposely or inadvertently veer off of your path and lose sight of your ultimate vision or mission, that's when you start to find trouble. You start to come into trouble and things start to get a little dicey and a little spicy. Some of the ladies, you can tell, they're kind of veering off that path a little bit. When the goal becomes to take out other women in the show, as opposed to just focusing on yourself and being the best version of yourself, you're going to run into problems, and we're seeing that here. So always remember, as a leader in life, in business, in your daily habits, everything, have that ultimate goal in mind, that strategic goal that you want, your purpose, and everything that you do in your everyday lives should focus on that goal, should help you attain that strategic goal. Because as you start veering off, that's when the problems happen. You can see it in business all the time. You see businesses have a strategic vision and an ultimate goal in mind, but then they get sort of greedy. They start to see all the financial success that they can get in the short term, and they switch directions and start focusing on what we can do to get more money. That's what we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on short-term profit gains and shareholder positives and yada, 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 and they lose sight of the ultimate goal. Okay, so as a leader, you have to be able to always remember your goal, and everything you do on the daily has to be in pursuit of that goal. So all the ladies who are sticking to that plan, good on you. That's a quality leadership tactic and principle that you can take to your everyday lives with you. That's all I got for this episode. We're going to keep this one shorter. Don't forget to like and subscribe to follow for more episodes of The Bachelor and other TV shows that we're going to do where we unlock the leadership examples and lessons from all these quality shows here. Real quick, my front runners still on The Bachelor are Lexi and Daisy, with Kelsey A coming in real close to the top there. And then you got Caitlin and Rachel and even Kelsey T kind of all hovering in that top 5, top 6 areas. So good on you, ladies. Keep up the good work. Love you guys. Stay strong.